Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody Bills, this is Logan Burgess. Today is Friday the 29th, one day after Thanksgiving. Corn traded down 1 1/4 cents. Beans trading up 16 3/4. Wheat in Chicago trading up 5 1/4 cents. And Kansas City wheat trading up 2 3/4 cents. Logan, very interesting trade, particularly for soybeans. Right. We did have export sales this morning. Is that what contributed?
I certainly think it helped the bean market move higher in today's action. We saw soybeans, corn, and wheat all beat trade expectations in terms of weekly sales. And right now, it's been a big story in the grains recently is that the USDA is probably going to need to make some revisions higher to their export expectations in the December 10th USDA WASDE report. Right now, our models show soybean sales are about 330 million bushels ahead of pace to meet the current expectations, and corn is 212 million bushels ahead of pace. So certainly a supportive story here has been really on the table, I think, for soybeans and wheat primarily here in recent trade sessions. We saw that carry into today's action. Take a look here at a daily chart of that January contract. You can see we have this volume indicator at the bottom of the screen. Certainly very light volume, which is to be expected. You know, Cody, looking at the technical landscape and kind of considering the fundamentals, do you think that this positive price action that we see here is going to continue into next week, or do you think that some sellers are going to dominate the trade as we see more volume?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, this was very light volume that we saw these gains, and I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the open on Sunday night, we see a little bit of these gains taken off the table as some of the major traders are back in the office and able to trade. One of the things, though, I think as a producer here, we're going to want to take that wait-and-see approach. When we get more volume back into the market, I think that's going to be the tell as to where the direction is going forward. Right now, with the volume, the low volume that we see, I think, you know, we did see positive export sales. That was a very good story. But the bottom line here is that you could push the market up on this light volume, and it may be a little bit of a fake out. It's good to see. Bottom line for producers out there, if we close below today's open on Monday's volume or Monday's trade session with strong volume, I think that opens the door for significant selling pressure. But as for right now, we have good movement higher. I say let's try and go with the flow here. Let's sit on our hands on Monday. I think that's going to be the big tell for the remainder of the week.
Yeah, certainly. You know, Cody, we've seen basis come off quite a bit for soybeans during this run. Certainly not surprising. You know, when we see futures rally, a lot of times basis will come off, but we've certainly seen a lot of premium elevators pulling their basis back for spot delivered soybeans in recent trade sessions. It is Friday here, so we like to take a look at the changes in the cash market. On average here, Cody, what were we seeing across the country this week?
Well, the nice thing about this week is really we were only down about a half penny for soybeans in terms of basis across the U.S. One of the major strengths for soybeans was really the river. Now, anything south of Iowa, we saw significant strength. And I mean, we were seeing on average, you know, kind of like 10-cent movements higher. A lot of elevators in that southern part moving 10 cents higher here. The area where we saw weakness was Minnesota and Iowa. Those areas are a little bit kind of unexcited about taking on additional grain positions here as we move toward that the season where the river freezes. So the bottom line here, I think we had decent strength. We did see soy plants move off a little bit in terms of basis, down about 2 cents. For corn, we moved up. You know, on average across the U.S., we moved a little bit higher here. Everything seemed to tick up about a penny, so it was good to see. Pretty strong cash market here for corn.
Yeah, certainly. We'll have to see kind of what the action carries into next week. Soybeans continues to be an area of strength. Wheat as well. There are some concerns about a winter kill scenario here this weekend, especially in the southern plains. And we continue to see relatively strong export sales pace for wheat and a lot of aggressive bidders. We talked about it a little bit on the show today. Egypt and Iraq and potentially Iran here in the next couple of weeks. So wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of strength continue in wheat. I think, though, like you said, Cody, it's going to be a big question, but it's going to give us a lot of direction based on what we see on Monday. If you guys have any questions about what we discussed here on GrainTV, feel free to give us a call at the office. Our number is 877-472-4607. And we now have a great mobile trading app available here for iPhone, iPad, Android, and tablet. If you want to take a look at it for yourself, visit us at grainhedge.com and take a no-obligation demo. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.